Ever heard of Thonis-Heracleion, the legendary sunken city off the coast of Egypt? For centuries, it was just a myth, a ghost whispered in ancient texts. Then, in 2000, underwater archaeologist Frank Gaudio and his team did the impossible. They found it, a whole city swallowed by the Mediterranean Sea, perfectly preserved under sand and silt. But what if the sea didn't just take the city? What if something pulled it down? Imagine this. On Gaudio's team is a young prodigy, Ilara. She has an uncanny knack for finding things, a sixth sense for where the most incredible artifacts lie hidden. Her colleagues call it luck, but Ilara knows it's something else. She dreams. Every night, she walks the streets of Thonis-Heracleion, not as a ruin, but as a vibrant, living city. She sees its towering temples, its bustling markets, and its terrifying final moments. These dreams are a gift, or perhaps a warning, from a forgotten goddess named Amun. In ancient Egypt, everyone knew the great god Amun, but in Thonis-Heracleion, the true patron was Amun, goddess of the primordial abyss, the hidden one, the very essence of the water itself. In Ilara's dreams, she witnesses the city's ancient priests consumed by greed. They tried to twist Amun's power, using her sacred energy to protect their earthly wealth. They broke a fundamental balance, a pact between the city and its divine guardian. So, Amun, in a final act of righteous fury, called upon the waters of her domain to reclaim what was hers. The ground liquefied, the buildings collapsed, and the entire city sank beneath the waves. Now, fast forward 2,000 years. Ilara's team is in the process of raising their most magnificent find yet, a colossal, 5-meter-tall statue of the god Amun. As the cranes strain and the statue breaks the surface, Ilara's visions intensify. She sees the silt on the seafloor, stirring with unnatural energy. She feels the water temperature plummet. An immense pressure builds around their ship, a pressure that has nothing to do with depth. Amun is showing her the truth. That massive statue wasn't just an idol. It was a keystone, a lock pinning her ancient wrath to the seabed. By moving it, they've just turned the key. Things get even more complicated. Ilara's team isn't the only one in the bay. A rival group of black market looters is also at work, secretly plundering the ruins. But they aren't working alone. Being guided by darker forces, the spectral echoes of the very same greedy priests who doomed the city in the first place. These ghostly figures, driven by eternal avarice, are leading the looters straight to the city's most sacred vaults. The climax arrives with a storm, but this is no ordinary tempest. As the looters prepare to blast open a sealed temple chamber, they trigger the final stage of the curse. The bay begins to churn, the waves rising not from the wind, but from an ancient power boiling up from below. The sea itself is alive and furious. Alarms blare across Ilara's ship. The equipment goes haywire. Everyone is in mortal danger. In the heart of the chaos, Ilara understands. She has a choice. She can secure the priceless artifacts they've recovered, including the statue of Amun, cementing her career as a legendary archaeologist. Or she can listen to the goddess in her dreams. Amun's demand is clear. Atonement. Ilara makes her decision. She scrambles into a submersible, fighting the violent currents. In a desperate, breathtaking maneuver, she latches onto the colossal statue of Amun, the symbol of the very hubris that angered Amun. She drags the immense stone figure back down into the abyss, guiding it back to its original plinth on the seafloor. It's not about hiding evidence. It's a symbolic offering, an act of apology from the modern world to an ancient, wronged deity. As the statue settles into place, the unnatural pressure releases. The churning sea slowly calms. Elara sacrifices her greatest discovery, the find of a lifetime, to appease the drowned goddess and save everyone from a watery grave. She saved their lives by returning the treasure to the deep. What do you think? Could an ancient power still hold sway over a sunken city? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you love stories that blur the line between history and myth, be sure to subscribe for more.